The hairdryer was loud. It was Monday morning. I worked at a small salon on Government Street in Mobile. My client was Mrs. Carter. She came every week. She always wanted the same thing: a wash and a set. Nothing fancy, nothing new. The salon smelled like hair products, hot and sweet, like burnt sugar mixed with chemicals. It was a smell I knew better than my own kitchen. Mrs. Carter held a plastic cup of sweet tea. She brought sweet tea every Monday from the gas station on the corner. The cup was always cold in her hand. The ice rattled when she set it down on the counter. She looked at me in the mirror. Her gray eyes were soft. "Are you going to the gala this year, sugar?" she asked. I smiled. "Yes," I said. "Whit and I are going." "Y'all are the cutest couple," she said. "He always says you're so beautiful. My husband never said that, not once in 40 years. You hold on to that man, sugar." I smiled again. I did not say anything. I just kept washing her hair. The water was warm on my hands. The phone rang. I dried my hands on a towel. The bell on the front desk gave a small ring when I picked up. "Hello, this is Delia," I said. It was Whit. "I bought your dress," he said. "Red, long. It will be at the house tonight." "What size?" I asked. I told them your size. "Okay," I said. He hung up. The line went dead. The dial tone was loud in my ear before I put the phone down. The afternoon was slow. The clients came and went. Some wanted a wash. Some wanted a cut. One little girl wanted purple in her hair for her birthday. Her mom said no. The girl cried for a minute. Then she laughed. My hands stayed busy. The dress stayed in my mind, like a small stone in my shoe. That afternoon, I drove home. The big oak trees stood in our yard. They were old, older than the house, older than me. Spanish moss hung from the branches. It moved a little in the wind. The yard always looked beautiful in the late sun. Whit said the trees were the reason he bought the house. I parked the car. The key felt heavy in my hand. I walked up to the front door. My shoes made a soft sound on the porch. There was a white box on the kitchen table, big, long, tied with a black ribbon. I put my purse down. The box looked at me. It really did. I looked away. I looked back. I opened it. Inside was a dress, dark red, long, off the shoulder. The fabric was soft. I touched it with one finger. It felt cold. I pulled my hand back like the fabric burned me. I did not like red. I never wore red. Whit knew this. He knew this for 4 years. Once at a store, I picked up a red shirt and he laughed. "Red is not your color," he said then. "You look like a fire truck," so I put it back. I never bought red after that. I took the dress to the bedroom. I put it on. The mirror showed a woman in red. Her face was thin. Her eyes were small. She did not look like me. She looked like a stranger. In my own house, the front door opened. Whit was home. "Delia," he called. "In here?" I said. He walked into the bedroom. He stopped in the doorway. His eyes moved from the dress to my face, then back to the dress. "You look beautiful," he said. His voice was flat, like he read it off a card, like a waiter reading the special of the day. I smiled. The smile felt small on my face. He walked past me. He went into the kitchen. The fridge opened. Ice clinked in a glass. He kept talking. His voice came through the wall. But take off your earrings. They're cheap. I stood alone in the bedroom. My hand went to my ear. The earrings were small, gold, old. My mother gave them to me before she died. She wore them every Sunday at church. They were the only thing I had from her. The only thing. I took them off. They felt warm in my palm. The drawer next to the bed slid open with a soft sound. I put them inside, on top of an old book. I closed the drawer. That night, I lay next to Whit. He fell asleep fast. He always fell asleep fast. He had a doctor's body clock. He could sleep in 5 minutes. He could wake up in 5 minutes too. It was a trick of his job. Sleep did not come for me. The dark ceiling looked back. The clock on the wall ticked. The room was quiet. So quiet that the clock sounded big, like a hammer on wood. I thought about something. Why did he always say it the same way? You look beautiful. Always the same. Always flat. Like words from a book he read a long time ago. I lay there. I thought about it for a long time. Why does he always say it the same way?
Hello?
It's me. There's an emergency.
What happened? Are you okay?
There's no time. You need to come now.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Tuesday night, Whit took me to dinner. We went to a seafood place on the bay. The place had paper menus and Christmas lights all year. The waiters wore black aprons. 2 other doctors came with their wives, Frank and his wife, Mary, Tom and his wife, Susan. The restaurant was loud. Music played from old speakers. Forks hit plates. Waiters called out orders. Babies cried at a table near the door. The smell of fried fish was strong. It got into my dress. Whit put his hand on my back, soft, warm, like a husband should. Have you met my beautiful wife? He asked. Frank shook my hand. Mary smiled at me. Tom waved. Whit talks about you all the time, Mary said. All good things, Whit said. Everyone smiled. I smiled back. The smile was easy. Years of the salon taught me how to smile when I felt nothing. We ordered shrimp and crab cakes. Whit ordered for me. He always did. She'll have the shrimp, he said. I did not want shrimp. I wanted the chicken. I did not say anything. The plates came on a big tray. Whit told a story. Delia did the mayor's hair last week, he said. Really? Frank asked. For real, Whit said. She works at that little salon on Government Street. The mayor came in last minute. Delia made it work. The mayor went on TV the next morning. Best hair he's had in years, he told me. Oh, that's so sweet, Mary said. Whit kept talking. He told the whole story. His voice was warm. He made me sound special. People at the table looked at me with kind eyes. I felt small and large at the same time. Big in their eyes, small in my own. Everyone laughed at Frank's joke about doctors and bad coffee. I laughed too. The wine was good. The food was good. Whit's hand stayed on my back. After dinner, we got in the car. The doors closed. The world got smaller. The drive home was quiet. Whit did not speak for 2 miles. The streetlights moved past the window. Spanish moss hung from the trees in the dark. The car smelled like the cologne Whit put on before dinner. Then he spoke. You laughed too loud at Frank's joke, he said. It wasn't that funny. Sorry, I said. He did not answer. We stopped at a red light. The blinker clicked. And you ate too fast, he said. You looked hungry. I said nothing. My hands were in my lap. I looked out the window. The light turned green. He drove on. The rest of the way, neither of us spoke. The car was quiet. The engine sounded too loud in the quiet. Thursday morning, I was back at the salon. The first client was Miss Janet. She was 70 years old. She came every Thursday. She always wanted the same cut. Short, easy. She paid in cash. She left big tips. The smell of permed hair filled the room that day. Strong, chemical. It made my eyes water if I stood too long over it. Another stylist had a perm client at the next chair. I started cutting. The scissors were sharp. The little metal sound was the only thing in my ears for a moment. "How's Whit, honey?" Janet asked. "He's fine," I said. Janet was quiet for a moment. Her eyes went to the mirror. She looked at me, not at herself. "You know," she said, "I used to do hair for Caroline. Caroline was Whit's first wife. She died 6 years ago. Sick. Heart problems," Whit said. He did not talk about her much. There were no photos of her in our house. None. "She was a sweet girl," Janet said. "Real sweet. I remember when Whit brought her in here. He came with her to the salon. He sat right there in that chair by the window. He bought her a green dress for the gala that year. Big surprise. She hated green. My hand stopped on the scissors. Just for a second. The salon was loud around us, but I could not hear it now. "Did she wear it?" I asked. "She wore it," Janet said. "He said she was beautiful in it. She cried in my chair after the party. I had to fix her makeup before the photos. She told me she felt like a stranger in her own skin all night." Nothing came out of my mouth. I started cutting again. Slow. Janet kept talking. Her voice was almost a whisper. "Honey," she said, "he picks the dress every year, doesn't he?" I looked at her in the mirror. She looked right at me. Her eyes were kind, sad. "Yes," I said. Janet did not say anything more. She paid. She left a tip. The bell rang as she walked out. I stood there for a long minute. The scissors were still in my hand. That night, Whit was at the hospital late. The house was empty. The AC was old. The house was hot. Whit said many times he would fix it. He never did. "Why pay a man to do what I can do?" he said. He never did it. I walked into his office. It was the first time. Whit told me not to go in. "It's my space," he said. "Doctor papers, patient files. I need quiet here." I opened the door. The room smelled like books and old paper. His desk was big, wood, heavy. His diploma hung on the wall in a gold frame. I did not know what I looked for. I just looked. The drawers slid open one after another. My hands moved over papers, tax forms, old receipts, bills. I felt like a thief in my own house. The bottom drawer was different. Behind some old bills was a photo album, brown leather. The corners were soft from many years of touching, the kind of soft that comes from real hands, not time. I sat on the floor. I opened it. Photo after photo of Whit and Caroline, Christmas, their wedding, Gallus, every year, Caroline in a green dress, Caroline in a yellow dress, Caroline in a purple dress, Caroline in a blue dress, each year a new color. Each year a long dress. Caroline smiled in every picture, but the smile did not reach her eyes. Her eyes looked tired, even at her own wedding, even on a beach in Florida with the sun behind her. Under each photo, Whit wrote a note, black pen, neat handwriting, a doctor's writing, slow and careful. Caroline at the gala, 2014. So beautiful. Caroline at Christmas, 2015. So beautiful. Caroline on our trip to Florida, 2016. So beautiful. The same words. Every photo, every year. Like a stamp, the pages were yellow at the corners. Old. The pen ink was a little faded on the early pages. I closed the album. I sat on the floor. The house was quiet. I knew it now. He had a script, every wife, the same script. Saturday morning, Whit went golfing. He left at 6. He always played Saturday mornings with the other doctors. He played until lunch, sometimes longer if they did the clubhouse lunch after. He came home smelling like grass and beer. I stayed in bed for a while. The house was empty. The coffee maker rattled in the kitchen when I turned it on. It was old. Whit said we did not need a new one. He drank coffee at the hospital. He did not see why I needed a fancy machine for myself. I drank my coffee black. I went into the office. His chair was big, soft, leather. I sat down. The drawers were the same as before. I went through them again. I did not know why. Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. The bottom drawer. Behind the tax notebook, there was something I did not see before. An old envelope. Yellow, soft, worn at the edges. On the front, written in pencil, "For whoever comes after me." My hands shook. I held the envelope for a long time. I did not want to open it. I did not want to know. But my fingers opened it anyway. Inside was one folded paper. The paper was thin, soft, like a tissue someone used many times, like she held it many times before she put it away, maybe for years. I read it. If you're reading this, you married him too. I'm sorry. He will buy you dresses you don't like. He will say you're beautiful in front of his friends. He will tell you to be quiet on the drive home. I wrote this and put it here because I was too tired to leave him. Maybe you are not too tired. Maybe you are. I'm sorry I didn't burn it down before you came. Caroline, that was all. No date. No more words. I read it again. Slower, then a third time. I did not cry. I sat on the floor. The house was hot. The air felt thick on my skin. The AC made a small sound, but no cold air came out. Sweat ran down my back. I put the letter back in the envelope. I held it to my chest for a moment. Then I put it in my purse. I could not stay in that house. The walls felt too close. I drove to the salon. The salon was closed on Saturdays. I had a key. The bell rang when I let myself in. I sat in a styling chair. The salon smelled like hairspray and shampoo. No hair dryers. No music. Just quiet. I sat there. I did not move. I looked at my own face in the mirror. I did not know the woman in the chair. The bell on the door rang. I jumped. It was Janet. She saw my car outside. She told me later she came every Saturday for coffee at the place next door. "Hi, sweetheart," she said. She did not ask why I was there. She walked over. She sat in the chair next to me. She did not say anything else. 10 minutes passed, maybe more. The clock on the wall ticked. We just sat there, two women in two chairs. Then she spoke. "What are you going to do, sweetheart?" she asked. "I don't know yet," I said. "Caroline didn't know either," Janet said. "She waited too long." My eyes went to her face. "How did she die?" I asked. Janet was quiet for a long time. Her hands were in her lap, old hands, soft and spotted. "She got sick," Janet said. "The doctors said her heart." I think it was something else. I think it was him, slow, you know, like a small leak in a tire. You don't see it. One day the tire is flat. I did not say anything. I just nodded. Slow. Janet stood up. She put a hand on my shoulder. The hand was warm. It stayed there for a long second. Then she walked out. The salon stayed quiet for an hour after she left. I thought about Caroline, about her green dress, about her tired eyes in the photos. Then I drove home. In the kitchen, I checked my bank account on my phone, my personal account, the one Whit did not know about. I opened it 3 years ago when my mother died and her small life insurance came in, $612. That was all the money I had in the world. Whit controlled the joint account. He gave me money for groceries, for gas, for my hair products. He always asked for receipts, $612. It was not much, but it was mine. That night, Whit came home late. He smelled like the golf course. He went into the office. There was a small sound. The drawer opened and closed. I held my breath. He walked out of the office. He stood in the kitchen doorway. The light from the kitchen made his face hard to read. "Delia," he said, "come here." I walked over. My feet were cold. My hands were cold. "Did you go in my desk?" he asked. "Yes," I said. He looked at me. Then he smiled, a small smile. I could not read it. "I see," he said. He kept smiling. His voice was light, almost happy, like a man at a party who heard a small joke. "The gala is in 5 days," he said. "Don't embarrass me." He walked past me. He went upstairs. The bedroom door closed. The lock clicked. He never locked the bedroom before. The kitchen felt empty. Just me and the old fridge and the slow ticking of the wall clock. I did not sleep next to him that night. The sofa was small. My feet stuck out, but I slept a little. I woke up at 5 in the morning. The house was quiet. Whit was still asleep upstairs. Caroline's letter was in my purse. I took it out. I folded it small. I put it in the pocket of my jeans. The pocket was warm against my leg. I knew what I would do at the gala. I just did not know if I could do it. Five days passed. I worked at the salon. I cut hair. I washed hair. I smiled. Smiles came easy at the salon, even when I did not feel them. Whit and I did not talk much at home. He acted like nothing happened. He even brought me flowers on Wednesday. Yellow roses, 12 of them. I put them in a vase on the kitchen table. They were dead by Friday. their heads bent over the rim like they were tired too. In those 5 days, I did one thing. On my lunch break Tuesday, I drove across town. There was a small studio for rent on Dauphin Street. 1 room, a bathroom, a tiny kitchen with 1 window. The window looked out at a brick wall. The landlord was a tired man with white hair. He smelled like cigarettes. He asked for $300 deposit. "I'll take it," I said. I gave him $300 in cash. He gave me a key. The key was small and silver. He did not ask if I was married. I did not tell him. The studio was empty, just an old mattress on the floor. The last tenant left it. The landlord said I could keep it. "Free," he said. She didn't want it. I bought a coffee maker at Walmart for $15. I put it on the kitchen counter. I bought nothing else. There was no time. There was no money. I went to the studio one more time. On Thursday after work, I sat on the mattress. I looked at the empty walls. The walls were white, a little dirty in the corners, but empty. I felt something I had not felt in a long time. Not happiness, not even peace, just space, just air. The air in that little room was mine. The night of the gala, we drove to the hotel. A big hotel downtown. The valet took the car. Whit took my arm. We walked into the lobby. The lobby had a fountain in the middle. The water made a soft sound. "Our room is upstairs," he said. "I want to change." He brought his tux. I brought the red dress. In the room, I put on the dress. The fabric was tight at the waist. I never told him. He ordered the wrong size and called it perfect. The zipper pulled at my back. I had to hold my breath to close it. The mirror showed the woman in red, tired, small eyes. I did not feel beautiful. I felt heavy. I felt scared. My hands were cold. I opened my purse. The earrings my mother gave me sat at the bottom. Small, gold. I put them on. They were warm against my skin in a few seconds, like they remembered me. The bathroom door opened. Whit walked out. His tux was perfect. His hair was perfect. He smelled like cologne. The smell was strong, too strong. He saw the earrings. He stopped. "Take those off," he said. "No," I said. He stopped. He did not move. He never heard me say no before. Not once, not in 4 years. He smiled, flat, like before. "Fine," he said. "But fix your face. You look angry." I smiled. This time it was real. He did not know it, but it was real, because I knew something he did not know. Caroline's letter was in my small purse. The studio key was in there too. 2 small papers and 1 small key. My whole new life in 1 bag. We went down to the ballroom. There were maybe 200 guests. Round tables, white tablecloths, candles, a big stage at the front. The hospital logo was on the wall. Doctors and their wives, lawyers, some city people. The mayor was there too. He waved at me from his table. I waved back. We sat at our table. Whit talked to the people next to him. Water was the only thing I drank. I could not eat. My purse stayed in my lap. Caroline's letter was inside. I could feel it. After dinner, the speeches started. The hospital director spoke. The mayor spoke. Then it was Whit's turn. He stood up. He walked to the stage. The applause was loud. long. Whit was a good doctor. People liked him. People did not know him. He talked about the hospital. He talked about the new wing. He talked about the community. He was good at this. People loved him. He had jokes. He had small stories. He had numbers. Then he said it. And to my beautiful wife, Delia, he pointed to me. The lights moved to my table. Everyone smiled. I stood up. Everyone smiled at me. I smiled back. I did not sit down. My feet started to walk toward the stage. Slow. The dress was tight. The shoes were tight. My hands were not shaking. Strange. They were calm. People laughed at first. They thought it was part of the show. A cute moment between husband and wife. Whit smiled too, but his eyes did not smile. He looked confused. The steps to the stage felt high. I went up. Whit stepped back. He did not stop me. He could not. 200 people watched. The microphone was heavy in my hand. I leaned in. "Thank you," I said. "Thank you for coming." My voice did not shake. I was surprised. My husband bought me this dress. He picks the dress every year. He picked one for Caroline too. The room went quiet. A loud quiet. The kind of quiet where everyone hears. Everyone breathed. A glass clinked at a table somewhere. Someone coughed. My hands stayed on the microphone. I kept going. Caroline left me a letter. I won't read it tonight, but she said to tell you. She said to tell you she was tired. Whit stood frozen. His face was white. His hands hung at his sides like they did not belong to him. I'm tired too, so I won't be here next year. Thank you for the dress, Whit. It's a beautiful dress. The microphone went down on the podium. My shoes clicked on the floor. People did not laugh now. They did not move. I walked past the tables. Janet was at a far table. She was Caroline's old friend. She must have come as a guest. She stood up. She started clapping. Slow, soft. Another woman at another table stood up, then another, 3 women, then 5, then more. None of the men stood up, only the women. Some of them I did not know. Some of them looked old, some looked young. They all stood. I walked out of the ballroom. The doors closed behind me with a soft click. The lobby was big. My feet hurt. The dress was tight. I did not look back. The night air was cool outside. It smelled like rain. The street was quiet. I had no car. Whit drove. I opened the taxi app on my phone. I called for a ride. The screen said, "The price, $14, to my new studio across town." It said the driver was 3 minutes away. His name was Mike. The car was a blue Honda. I waited under the hotel sign. The taxi came in 8 minutes. The blue Honda. Mike was older than I thought. He had a kind face. "Long night?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Wedding?" he asked. He looked at the dress. "No," I said. "Just a party." He did not ask anything else. He just drove. The radio was on low, a country song, something about a woman and a truck. The next morning, I woke up in the studio. The mattress was on the floor. The room was almost empty. A cabinet, a coffee maker, Caroline's letter on the kitchen counter, folded. The red dress on the floor in a pile. I would give it away. or burn it. I would think about it later. I made coffee. The little machine rattled. The morning was quiet. No wit. No clock ticking too loud. No house too hot. Just quiet. A good quiet. The kind of quiet that does not press on your chest. The bathroom mirror was small. No makeup. An old shirt. My hair was a mess. The earrings my mother gave me were still in my ears. I forgot to take them off when I went to bed. I smiled at myself, for no one else, just for me. "You look beautiful," I said, out loud, to the woman in the mirror. For the first time in 4 years, I believed it.
This is how it ends. There is no victory here.
"You look beautiful," said it to herself. First time she believed it. I wasn't ready for that ending. Honestly, when she walked up to that stage, I held my breath. No speech prepared, no plan, just a microphone and 200 people, and the truth. Janice standing up first. That got me more than anything. Who stood up in your life when you needed it the most? Tell me below and I will read them all. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.